All right, so this is goldship.exe by Mhybe. We've seen the Journey video, we've seen the Our Favorite video, we've seen the Nakayama Festa video, and now we're gonna watch my favorite, your favorite, everyone's favorite, my Oshi, your Oshi, and if it's not your Oshi, it's about to be Goldship. Let's start.
Goldship, the most popular alien in this world.
No one told me Goldship had guns. Damn.
As we go through the famous faces of the Stego clan, we have seen the dumb, the foolish, the not so clever, and we finally reached the stupid one. This family really was something. If you are here, you probably already know him, the horse behind the 12 billion yen incident.
That's why he's my Oshi, the American spirit. True, he had a machine gun. It doesn't get any more American than that. Oh,
you know it,
the 12 billion.
If this family were an all-you-can-eat buffet, then Goldship was the master chef behind them. You never asked, and he just kept serving.
Angry boy. And then late start.
So let's go back to the beginning and see the full story of how this unsinkable ship first set sail. The story began all the way back to 1964. In that year, Ophelia was born at Symboliform. Her name could be translated as Sweet Flag. On paper, Sweet Flag was nothing special. She never won a major race, finishing her career with 34 stars and 7 wins. Racing in Japan was also in the developing phase. Earlier on, some of these lines weren't even meant for racing, but as preparation for war horses. By modern standards, these older female lines lack sharpness. Therefore, a horse like Sweet Flag would normally fade away in history. But a young man at the racecourse became deeply attached to this horse that he wanted to continue her female line. His name was Kobayashi Eiichi, and just like that, a young man was about to rewrite the stars. After 18 years of hard work, Kobayashi became a successful businessman and got an ownership license. The first thing he did was searching for any horse related to Sweet Flag.
Wait, why?
Time, her bloodline had already disappeared, but his trainer friends...
Wait, was he trying to resurrect Sweet Flag's line? Is that what was going on? Is this man a genius or a mad scientist?
Still found something and phoned him up. I might have the horse you're looking for. Can you come here right now? And Kobayashi really rushed to the farm that day. It was there he saw Ophelia.
Nice.
Her mother was the sister of Sweet Flag. Her grandfather was the Canadian Hall of Famer, the Minstrel. Seeing the horse, Kobayashi was so grateful that he purchased her on the spot and probably thinking, who is the Minstrel? After naming the horse Pastoralism, she would go on to have a poor career, but that didn't matter at all. The intention of purchasing her was to continue the female line, which led to the biggest question of this sport. How do you breed the best horse?
Well, you see, when a mommy horse and a daddy horse love each other very much... Oh wait, he didn't mean it like that? Okay, never mind.
For centuries, breeders had chased that answer, but if you strip it all down, the formula only has 2 factors. Let me ask all you Umamusume players, how do you train the best Uma for PvP?
The best way for PvP, you make tons of parents and then try to get good sparks and then make the best ace off of that. Or actually, now that I think about it, I kind of just stack cards that give good gold skills. So I guess gold skill stacking also works.
If you say, well, I sign up every day and grind the crap out of this game, you have the right answer. But you could also say, I just wail.
Man, that feel when you don't live the whale life. When I'm out here being a little mackerel and I look at the whales basking in their awe.
You are also correct. Please send me your name, your credit card number, and your address
to
receive
same here.
My reward.
True.
Time and money. This will always be the most important factor in breeding. And thankfully for Kobayashi-san, he had a little bit of both. And just
what a
like
Chad.
That, a whale had logged into the game, about to create one of the most unpredictable horses.
That face. What do you do if you wake up at 3 a.m. and see that face? Do you have nightmares? Or do you ask Goldship why he broke into your house? I feel like one of those two will happen.
In 1993, pastoralism retired and became a broodmare. Kobayashi didn't hold back. He sent her to the Hall of Famer Meijiro McQueen. Next year came a great filly called Point Flag. Like McQueen, Point Flag was big. Very big. Even before her debut, she was already 500 kilograms.
Holy.
With a pleasant surprise, she
That's a skinny American.
showed promising results early on, getting podium finishes all 6 races. Kobayashi can't help to wonder, was he able to breed a serious horse so early on? But that hope didn't last. Point Flag never won anything afterward. After an injury, he retired her for stud. What mattered was still continuing the line. In the years followed, he paired her with renowned horses like Fuji Kiseki and Gold Allure. But there was a problem. As mentioned before, Point Flag's female line was outdated. Meijiro McQueen at the time also did not have any G1 offspring. Choosing the right stallion became increasingly difficult. And it was during that time, Dream Journey won the Asahi High. The result gave Kobayashi an idea. In 2008, Point Flag was bred with stay.
Wait, so it was thanks to Dream Journey's victory that gave Kobayashi the idea to make Gold Ship's existence happen? So without Dream Journey winning, there would be no Gold Ship. Huh. It's weird when you think about it like that.
Gold. The following year, a foal was born in Hokkaido, and that horse was Gold Ship. With a size like a McQueen, carrying the spirit of Stay Gold, Gold Ship officially set sail.
Alright, let's sail with Captain Goshi. Where are we going? Departure.
2011, Goshi made his debut as the second favorite. After the gate opened, he settled near the back, gradually improving his position. Swing for home, he unleashed a full charge, winning by a record time. 2 months after, Goshi was sent off to win in similar fashion. Then his first 2 stake races ended in second place both times. That concluded his
Favorite was already born when Dream Journey won his first G1. Yeah, but I'm wondering, had it stopped there with just Journey and O'Favery, had Journey not won that? Because it just would have been those two, right? But then again, I guess O'Favery would have happened and had their complete dominance. So maybe, but there possibly wouldn't have been a Gold Ship at least. There might have been the others.
2-year-old season. But as time went by, fans were setting a higher expectation for Gold Ship, because at the same time, Orfab was tearing down the sport in spectacular fashion. 2 years before, Dream Journey became the field to win the dual Grand Prix. The stigma combination had officially shocked the sport. Naturally, Gold Ship had spotlight on him from the very beginning. And soon, he would beat several strong rivals.
Why does poor Gold Ship always get stabbed in the eye in the anime? I haven't watched the anime enough to know why that's a running joke. Every time I see clips of Gold Ship from the anime, she's getting stabbed right in the eye. See, the secret is be a skeleton. That way you don't have eyes. Easy.
Such as Deep Brillante at the Kyoto News High officially earned the ticket to Satsuki Sho. On April 15, the stage was set for the first leg of the Triple Crown Satsuki Sho. Gold Ship was the 4th favorite. The prestige of the Satsuki Sho does not need further explanation. Regardless of the result, after this race, there can only be one horse qualified to challenge the Triple Crown. Because the jockey Uchida had narrowly missed victory with Velexina the week before, this stage became a perfect stage to announce his comeback, and is also here. We are witness the most rewatched Satsuki Sho in the history. The gate opened. Goshi broke poorly, typical stuff. Watching him run for the first 90%
That was his
of the
special
race,
move.
you're just sitting there thinking, it's over. With the 2 front runners setting a strong pace, the field was stretched
Never
long.
count out
was at the
Goshi
rear.
when
But
he
there
locks
was one
in.
detail worth mentioning. The day before, with the heavy rain, the inside turf was badly worn. As a result, when the field approached the final turn, almost every horse abandoned the rail, choosing to swing wide for better ground. And out of nowhere, a gray shadow shot up along the inside. Uchida and Gold Ship did the exact opposite of everyone else, hugging the worst part of the track.
That
cutting
sounds
from
like
last
Gold Ship.
place straight to the front. Overwhelming, unconventional, almost absurd. But the result was decided at this very moment.
Man, that was crazy. Absolute legend. Just tanked the wet turf. Said, oh, you guys are all scared of that wet turf? Let me show you how to go through it. Oh, that was so good, man.
When people look back from the future, they will say this is the Gold Ship War. When Kobayashi remembered back at this moment, he said he wasn't feeling a rush of excitement, but rather a fulfilling moment that all the time and effort he poured into his love had finally come to fruition. 2 years in a row, the Stay Gold line had produced something special.
What's funny, if you think about it in actual Umamusume, you would be screaming if your Uma took the inside rail because that gives them a higher chance to be blocked. But Golshi plays by his own rules.
And now, all eyes were on this new Grey Star. Is Gold Ship going to create another legendary moment at the Derby? People was waiting in excitement. However, we all know there was nothing worth talking about at the Derby. So instead, let's talk about the people behind Gold Ship. Unlike many top horses in Japan, Gold Ship had no real connection to Shadai. That means fewer
The Nintendo, is that Mii music, by the way? Nice. I even wonder why Golshi couldn't do the arc when he ran that wet Satsuki Sho. I guess it's just Gold Ship. He decides to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it.
advantageous, whether in training resources or jockey selection. The trainer Sugai Naosuke was not any famous trainer. He was the jockey for Gold Ship's mother Point Flag, but he was never a first-class jockey. After becoming a trainer for 4 years, Gold Ship was his first stake winner. Owner Kobayashi also was a private owner without any connection to Shadai. On paper, this looked like an underdog team. But the jockey, Uchida Hiroyuki, was not an ordinary jockey. During those years, he was one of the top-ranked jockeys in Japan. In fact,
are you telling me everyone that was involved with Gold Ship was in some way, shape, or form an oddball? Why is that so fitting?
after coming back from an injury, he returned in 2012 and was able to do well on both sides of the
Wait, this man's doing backflips at 47 years old? And I don't want to talk about it.
Classic that year. Additionally, his background set him apart from the others. Before moving to JRA, he had already building a legendary career in regional racing. In 2006 alone, he
Please stop doing backflips. You're making this old man feel bad.
scored over 500 wins in a single year as a record. That experience shaped his riding style, capable of maintaining balance on soft ground and making bold, unconventional decisions that others wouldn't. Therefore, other conventional jockeys might struggle with a horse doing things his own way, but he and only he could pull off that legendary moment at the Satsuki Sho. And at the Kikasho, he was about to produce another legendary moment. 2012 Kikasho, Gold Ship was the
Quick side tangent, but I really do love how people can be creative. It's something that I sorely lack. I'm not a creative person, so when I see people doing something unconventional and it working for them, always super, super cool to see.
overwhelming favorite. The reasoning was simple. Gold Ship was a long-distance horse, and more importantly, the other top finishers in the Derby were all absent for one reason or another. So in theory, this was supposed to be a boring victory for Gold Ship. Drawn on the inside, Gold Ship once again dropped straight to the back. Nothing unusual, at least not yet. When the field completed the first lap and approached the long uphill slope at the Kyoto, Gold Ship made the move.
What do you do? Is he doing the Gold Ship warp again? Or just flying past
Not in the
everyone?
final stretch, not near the final turn. This is my way to set the race at blaze. After Mr. CB, another horse dared to challenge the forbidden rule of Kyoto racecourse. Swinging to the outside, he began overtaking horses.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Yeah, the Makuri style. Absolute legend. He pulled a Mr. CB.
One by one, from second last all the way to second place, up the hill, against logic, a performance reminiscent of Mr. CB. And once again, a horse was doing the unthinkable.
The CB strat works.
After the
Nice.
Satsuki Sho, Gold Ship went on to win the Kikasho. He had already become the double crown winner. Both of them were impressive and entertaining. Naturally, he entered the Arima Kinen, the favorite at 2.8 odds. His biggest rivals include the Asian Flash and his master, Rulership. And this race right from the start was a legend.
さあスタート注目イデオアイアンホース第57回グランプリ有馬記念スタート煽ったルーラー尻尾をかけて遅れそして
As the gate opened,
The trainer having his hand on his head. Oh, I feel his pain.
rulership suddenly stood up and taught Goship what's the right way to do it. Goship had also broken slowly, maybe still savoring rulership's commanding gate break. The two main horses found themselves near the back, casually trailing the field. By the halfway point, rulership already moved up the position, but Goship was still near the loss. And then he moved. From the outside, Goship began to accelerate, picking off horses one by one. At the same time, the rest of the field also moved, so Goship still wasn't clear swinging to home. And then, without the guidance of the jockey, Goship found a gap. A step to the side,
let's go.
and a spur from his dad. In an instant, the jockey was sending flying
Go,
keys to
go,
the crowd.
go. Oh, look at that, man. How can you not love Goldship? Jeez. Even got some head pats for that.
Double Crown and Alima, Goship officially became the new Grey Monster. As a new wave of racing excitement swept across Japan, Nakayama Racecourse was filled with energy, and beyond Japan, attention also began to grow. Goship became the highest rated 3-year-old in world rating, something very rare back then.
Our favorite ranked 17 last year. Oh, also, good job, maybe. He threw a dog gif in there. We gotta keep using more dog gifs so they catch on.
Looking back at his classic result, 6 stars, 5 wins. Every victory was highly entertaining, with everything fell into places. Surely he would become the horse of the year, right?
Yeah.
At the annual voting, he was unanimously voted best 3-year-old colt, but for horse of the year, he received only 21 votes.
Wait, how? How do you receive only 21 votes? All right, it was rigged. It was rigged. I'm calling it now. Who did it?
Why? Because in the same year, another monster appeared at the other side of the classic, the 4th filly to win the Triple Tiara, went on to the Japan Cup and defeated Orfev with 250
There
votes,
she
crowning
is.
as the horse of the year, Gentle Donna. And these two were meant to cross paths.
Lady Gentile.
For a generation, to win both of the Japan Cup and Alima Kinen at 3-year-old season is extremely rare. And at 4-year-old season, Goship began the traditional spring route, Hanshin Daishoten, Tenno Sho, and the Takarazuka Kinen. After an easy win at Hanshin, the Tenno Sho saw him as the heavy favorite. It made perfect sense. In fact, the commentator of the race, Okaya-san, when he was preparing with another program director going into the race, they were saying, that long of a spur. If he began his charge, who can stop that long run? No way others could beat him. So he went into the race,
Nice.
totally
They
with
knew
the
the power of
preparation
Golshi.
Golshi was going to win. And he was totally criticized afterward, but let's not talk about that. At 1.3,
Wait, why was he criticized for that? Oh, probably because he's supposed to keep it professional and not give his opinion on who he thinks gonna win, because that might make people mad, because people are betting money on this. So you know what? That does make sense when I think about it.
odds, the betting reflected total dominance, but the truth was, 2013 gathered a high-level Tenno Sho field. Before the race, the famous jockey Ando-san pointed out, Goship has shown his weakness, and if any other horses is going to punish that, it will be phenomenal. Phenomenal. Another son of Stego was from the same generation as Goship. Their first meeting came in the Derby, where two horses carrying the same bloodline faced each other. And that first time they met, there was
Oh my god, why are they staring down each other like that? Look at that orange cat. Slap him. Orange cat, slap the other one. Look at that orange cat. That's the face of a murderer. He's about to beat up the other cat. I can sense it. I've never even seen this gift before, but let's find out.
tension going between them. There were stories that after the Derby, whenever they crossed paths, two
Wait.
of them
Oh, I thought he was going to start smacking him in the face. You know how cats like to smack things? That's what I was expecting to happen.
refused to yield to one another. At the Derby, Phenomenal was so close to winning. However, when their last season ended, Phenomenal did not come out on top. His team didn't fully recognize his strength over long distance, so instead of going to the Kikasho, he moved to Tenno Sho Autumn and once again finished second by a narrow margin to Ace in Flash. Then another long
Oh no, she's going to kidnap you and send you to Germany. I remember her story.
was granted in the high-level Japan Cup. Those results quietly buried his reputation. By the time the Tenno Sho arrived, most people didn't see him as a real threat to Goship, but Phenomenal wasn't like Goship's previous rivals. He wasn't shaken by pre-race provocation from Goship. His team did not care about the public expectation. They knew they had never lost to Goship, and this time, they will not lose to him either.
Battle.
For fans who came in expecting Goship to continue his dominance, instead, they witnessed Phenomenal's relentless, even terrifying ability. To avoid the same mistake, Uchida began working with Goship for the revenge at the Takarazuka Kinen. At the race,
I swear, Goldship exists just to make the funniest faces he can. What is that? And he just keeps doing it too.
Goship was the second favorite, Phenomenal third, and the favorite was that horse you have been waiting for. They say she's even better than you.
Wait, better than me? Me?
Gentle Donna.
Oh.
For each one of them, this was the perfect stage to prove who really stood at the top of the generation. Especially for Goship. If he lost again, his double crown would always come with the shadow that his rival weren't there. So this became a true showdown. Three of the best. One stage, one answer. The race began.
Let's go.
As expected, the 8-year-old veteran still shot to the front, setting the pace in what would be his retirement race.
Jeez, look at that lead too. Front runners doing their thing.
Even if the spotlight wasn't his anymore, he was determined to leave the race with one last statement. Gentle Donna settled near the third, and then the crowd reacted in excitement because Goship didn't drop to the back.
He just chilled. He was like, today I'm a pace chaser.
Yes, this time Goship stayed forward, sitting just behind Gentle Donna. The rivalry was formed from the very beginning. For Gentle Donna, no way she could win this race easily. As they came off the final turn, Goship and Gentle Donna surged forward side by side. At the time, her jockey tried to repeat what had worked in the Japan Cup to push her rival away. But this time, the opponent was over 500 kilo, inherited that size of a McQueen. Goship didn't give an inch.
That's right.
Completely push her right back. Did not give
You
Gentle
can't
Donna
push
any
chunk
chance.
ship. It's too thick. Gentil, you thought you were thick. You didn't realize how thick Goldship was.
After the race, Goship officially proved that he belonged to the very
such a
top of
good
his
race, man.
generation. But as we all know, for the Stema
Too easy, lol. I need this photo.
combination, if their classic year showed the dominant side of Mejiro McQueen, then after that was just completely stay gold in life. His autumn season was... Actually, let's not talk about that. And jump straight to the high note. As the year reached its final chapter, we arrive at the moment everyone had been waiting for. The fated showdown within the Gold family. Goldship versus Olivet. From the very beginning, the comparison had never stopped between them. And for Goldship, Orfev was the benchmark, the final boss. Two sons of the Gold family. The clash of Gold had arrived. Fans wanted to see him properly be the best and prove that a new era had truly begun.
共に進もう共に超えようグランプリ有馬記念スタート
I maybe understand Fuji TV owns the race footage, or maybe I understand your pain. Race footage and YouTube do not get along, and then it gets claimed, and then you get a strike, and then it takes 3 months to be removed. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all.
Just last year, riding on the hype of Alima Kine, Keba Beat held a Dream Alima fan vote for the strongest horse. Don't take the votes too seriously, everyone has their own answer. But on the top of the list, Orfev was leading by quite a margin. I wouldn't say Goship does not have a chance because everything is possible, but Orfev and Nakayama could dictate pace at will, slicing the race into whatever fraction he pleased. When the surge of Orfev came so early, the clash of gold ended in a bittersweet note. It's not Goship was weak, it's just I really can't imagine how Orfev could lose in Nakayama. The disappointment was
Yep.
understandable, of
Makes
course,
sense.
but racing never stops moving forward. And in a strange way, Orfev's retirement didn't leave a void. It created more anticipation, because for the first time in years, the throne was truly vacant. It's like the lightweight division after Kabe retired. When the dominant force disappeared, the whole next conversation suddenly exploded. The face of Stego lineage, Goship, the ultimate daughter of Deep Impact, Gentle Donna, the fully awakened Just Away, the returning powerhouse Wing Variation, and among them, the most talked about was the rising star, Kizuna.
Just Away mentioned? Yes. Just Away mentioned. Just Away was also the video that got my strike.
One of the best songs of Deep Impact, written by the legendary Take Yutaka, with the same nostalgic style to win the derby, not only defeating strong rivals but also other races at the derby day suggest highly impossible win for end closer. However, the team was brimming with confidence this horse can fight the impossible. Even in France, he finished 2 strong races, defeating ARC runner-up Flingsher and derby winner Ruler of the World. But what's more impressive was the story behind him and Take Yutaka, a touching tale about redemption and return to destiny. And so, as the calendar turned to 2014, the stage was set. No clear
their glowing
hierarchy,
eyes.
just a convergence of champions, rivals, and rising stars, each carrying their own story, their own claim, their own ambition. Together, they made 2014 one of the most electrifying years in history.
The ship that refused to sink.
Dubai World Cup night, Just Away delivered a performance that perfectly embodied what Japanese racing had preached for decades. Horse racing as a matter of boxing. Blasting past the field over 6 lanes, that single run crowned him the world's highest rated horse of the year. And the night wasn't done yet. Gentle Donna returned with vengeance after suffering 2 brutal checks, powering home in record-breaking fashion. Redemption in authority. Back home, the momentum carried into the classic season, with a new star emerge on the Philly line, Hopstar. Like Deep Impact, she dazzled fans with her signature last to first dive, turning every race into a
that
highlight
spurt.
reel. At the same time, Goship was like Goship, securing back-to-back victories in the Hanshin Daishoten and setting his sight firmly on the Tenno Sho spring. Standing before him was Wing Variation and the star of the future, Kizuna, and Kizuna was the heavy favorite. His previous win at the Osaka High was so impressive that the train...
Goldship, no! Fight the anger, Goldship! Don't give in to the rage!
After the race, both Kizuna and Goship were struck with injury. Kizuna was forced into a year-long absence.
Jeez.
Meanwhile, Goship's injury made me feel like watching a football game. I swear this family is run by a Voltorb. All they know was self-explode. But not the winner phenomenon. Once
I can't believe that man flicked that guy's ear like that. He's suffering. How's he gonna live his life now? Goshi was growling at Menno? Wait, is that what happened there? That's even funnier.
again, he set himself ablaze for the glory. After the Tenno Sho Spring, in the Victoria Mile, Velocina secured back-to-back victories. The Satsuki Kinen was captured by just a way, but the underdog from 2011 generation pushed him to the limit. Then came the Takarazuka Kinen. This time we had a smaller, but still elite field. Goship, Gentle Donna, and Wing Variation were the race top favorite. Despite the up and down, Goship was still the favorite. In fact, his odds never dropped out of the top 2 in Japan. Fans truly had a love-hate relationship with his family. This time back to his home turf Hanshin, under the veteran jockey, the race began.
This is your time, Goldship. This is your moment.
Why was Goship so good at this race? Takarazuka Kinen often demands sustaining high speed over a long middle phase, then still having enough left to finish. By the time the stretch comes, most horses are already drained, so both stamina and ability to sustain the mid-section chase become critical. On top of that, the race takes place during the rainy season, meaning the ground is often soft. Not every horse can handle that ground, and for Goship, Everything about him was perfect for this race. Despite not having the gate speed, Nori-san showcased his experience as a seasoned jockey, capable to urge Gold Ship of all horses forward without any signal. Satsuki Nori-san. After this win, the Stego family had officially won 9 out of the last 12 Grand Prix.
That's crazy. Let's go, Gold Ship. Let's go. This is his house. You don't challenge him in his
Also after
house.
this win, the connection made their move to the biggest goal of Gold Ship this year, the Arc. But before that, Gold Ship would meet up Hopstar at the Sapporo Kinen. Because many teams treat it as a warm-up for the autumn season, Sapporo Kinen is often
Nice. I believe is that Undertale? I think that is Undertale music.
referred to as a Super G2. Moreover, as a pro race course, the turf is designed as heavier turf the same in Europe. So this race along with Takarazuka Kinen is often used as a stepping stone for campaigns in Europe, perfect for both Gold Ship and Harpstar.
スタートしました逃げる6番統計ヘイローこの種も逃げますもう2投目にハーフスターそこから4馬身が来ました
The race became an excitement clash between the end closer. Both of them stay at the very back and enter a long and hard-pounding duel at the end. But because Hopstar raced with a notably lighter carrying weight of 52 kilo, Gold Ship ended in close and almost predictable defeat. Still very promising, if not more promising from Gold Ship. These two together, with just a weight, 3 of them set their foot onto a Paris fashion show.
10タイムを遅らせてくれと見せかけておれ
In her original outfit, she drop kicks you. In this outfit, she throws you to the ground and then smiles at you. Truly, truly, truly. Gold Ship is the best. It's still funny that Gold Ship didn't actually use his full potential when he was still a racer. He just showed it when he retired out of spite for his trainers. Such a unique horse. Goshi is just vacationing in Paris, France. Sometimes, you know, when you race hard and work hard, you deserve a good vacation, and Gold Ship did.
At the Arc, it was hype for Japan. First time sending 3 horses. No clear favorite going into the Arc. Firm ground.
Wait, what's happening to that screen over there? Holy, it's blinking crazy.
Many were saying Japan got a real chance. Not Gold Ship. They kind of expect Gold Ship to do something weird. But who would thought? Among the 3, Gold Ship, the most underlooked challenger, came out on top and was about to pull out the craziest upset, and it's already freaking over. Why did I even have hope? Damn it.
I expected it.
Olufek, perhaps I have treated you too harshly. None of the Japanese finished top 5. That said, it was still quite interesting reflecting on that period of time. The winner Trev wasn't the favorite going into the race, and that alone tells you how strange a narrative around her had become.
It's alright, in the game, I avenged Gold Ship in the Arc. So therefore, in my mind, Gold Ship has won the Arc.
Year before, when she crushed the field, the reaction in Japan was just, well, what can you say? She's just incredible. She's the Philly Franco. But next year, when she returned from a layoff with the
That
new
cat looks
jockey,
like he's
she
taken
just
so many
couldn't win.
drugs.
She just kept losing. So it was at the time
That one too.
Japan's discussion of her began drifting into something strange. Instead of saying she's strong, they tend to focus on she was light because she only needed to carry 54.5 kilo last year. It was in a strange conversation, and you can't blame Japan for thinking such. At the point, 16 of the previous 20 winners were all 3-year-old with lighter carrying weight. Meanwhile, the older male horses had to shoulder 59.5 kilo. 59.5 was the heaviest weight they will almost never carry in Japan. But in Europe, on a debut race, 60 kilo, 61 kilo. It is normal. So fans were looking at it saying, maybe we should take advantage of that and send our 3-year-old Hopstar. You have to also understand, it was a period where a new wave of fans entered the sport. They could only judge by what they saw. So when they saw the horses defeated Trev that year, Sirius the Sageless, the Fugue, Magician, all strong horses, no doubt, but in the eyes of Japanese fans, they were all beaten by their runner that year, somewhat convincingly. It's easy to make assumptions just by what they saw. But once again, Trev just came back with another perfect victory.
Is she going to win a second arc? Flinches after in second to Greta behind those. She's done it.
Let's
Trev
go.
back to her best, has
Let's
won the
go.
arc again.
You say you want firm ground, we give you firm ground. You want weight for age advantage, we give you that advantage. but the victory is still ours. And actually after this win, Trev transformed from a horse Japan really questioned to one they deeply respected. By the time she returned for a historical third arc, many in Japan was cheering on her. But Goshen was back in Japan, and at the time, another horse shared the same fate similar to Trev. Despite winning the Dubai Shima Classic, Gentle Donut's 5-year-old was not followed with victory. She was really struggling. Heading into the final act of 2014 Arima Kinen, when she was humiliated at the Japan Cup, she was facing a stacked field, with Goshen being the favorite. Goshen was really good in Nakayama, followed with a field of elite to cap off the year. Many believe
I don't know why, but every time he uses the image of the little robot guy, it makes me chuckle on the inside.
this might be the worst result for Gentle Donut. But then, Gentle Donut became Mad Donut, ready to squeeze everyone into a ball. Securing her final ticket to the Hall of Fame, Goshen came a close third. And then, the year of madness was finally over.
そしてそこからゴールドシップジェンティルドンナゴールドシップエピアナイア3頭の争いにトゥザワールドラクシスさらにはジャスト
ゴールドシップ
ジェンティルドンナがゴールイン
Looking back at 2014, it's overwhelming how many different stars shine at different period of time. That's why this year is remembered as a Warring States era. No single ruler, only legends clashing again and again. As a result, Justaway and Epiphania became the two highest rated horses in the world. And ultimately, the horse of the year was given to Gentle Donut. After bidding farewell to his rivalry, Goldship's mission in the following
Alright, I'm just gonna say it. Goldship got robbed. Goldship got robbed. I'm definitely not saying this out of bias. It's just a fact.
year was the same as Gentle Donut, a ticket to the Hall of Fame.
The ship that sank
In
hard.
2015, Goldship opened his season at the AJCC only to finish 4th, but unlike his previous years, it was not a head-scratcher anymore. Fans began to learn. When you look at his result after the classic season, you should only bet on him at Hanshi. Nakayama should consider but bet on him in Tokyo and Kyoto. You are certified stupid. Tenno Sho Spring, no
Why
way
always
he wins
that
this
gif?
race. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 11 times. Just look at him right now. The race is over.
Nope. He wants nothing to do with it, and then he wins.
The lap time was strong. The performance was strong. Sorry, Goldship, I might treat you a little too harshly. And with that momentum, the goal became undeniable. 3 consecutive Takarazuka Kinen victory. Before this, no horse in history had ever completed 3 same G1 victory. And if he could do it, his 7th G1 title would secure his place in the Hall of Fame, becoming the 4th member to Hall of Fame within these 2 years. And we look at the field. The second favorite was the QE2 winner Lechesis with 5.1 odds. Goldship meanwhile was a 1.9 odds favorite. As you can see, this field, unlike the previous 2 years, it was seriously weak. At his first Takarazuka, Goldship destroyed a competitive field and solidified himself the best in his generation. Now, when he was about to enter the Hall of Fame, no one dared to come challenge him. There's no way to lose. Haha. 2-time defending champion, overwhelming favorite, no elite rival this time. His best track Hanshin, perfect condition in the paddock, no signs of an upset. There really is just no way to lose.
And the incident. Oh, the McQueen jeans kicked in. Did a few people throw their hands on their head? Just this person here. I wonder how much money this person bet as soon as they seen Goldship do the incident. Their hands instantly went on their head. Look at that. That's a person suffering right there. Oh, the hands on the head. Oh no, how much money did you lose? Ooh.
2015. And after ended his ticket
Did
to
they
the
actually
Hall of
use it in
Fame,
the
there were
commercial?
no more victories for Goldship. At the Alema Kinen, under the watch of over 40,000 people, Goldship stepped onto the track for the final time as a legend everyone had come to say goodbye to. Although he looked actually serious this time, Goldship could no longer find another gear at the end, finished only 8th place. And at that moment, no one knew that the 3rd place finisher would go on to become the new center in the future.
Well, would you look at that? Also, maybe has used a lot more classical music in this video. I approve. Goldship, you know what would be funny? Definitely drop that line before the race. Stay be like, why are you blaming me again? McQueen, get in here. Yes, it was the McQueen jeans that did that, not the Stego jeans. Now you can say and blame the Stego jeans for a lot, but that was the McQueen jeans.
But as everything settled into clarity, this grey monster carrying the name of gold had now carved his name into the sport. From the horse born out of a love of a single person to the most loved horse from all over the world, going through all the great, the bad, the bizarre, and now fully loaded with memories, that shape of gold sailed on.
Thank you, Goldship.
Future of the modern day Burma of Australian racing Chautauqua.
English.
Elite Drake in. Here we go. And he stood there. He didn't come out. He refuses to leave the barrier. Tommy Berry has given up on him. Chautauqua is still in the gates. He has refused to come out.
That poor guy. He tried to inherit the Goldship title. Alright. I already dropped the like.